Before we dive in, I just want to be real. This didn't happen overnight. It takes years of study, tons and tons of work, and even more failure. Life always finds a way, but it takes real effort to meet it halfway. We've all heard things like anything is possible if you put your mind to it. And it's true, but living it, applying it, that is where the real work is. We all are on different paths. This is just mine. We've always believed that the brain is way more powerful than we were ever taught. And honestly, getting there wasn't easy. Living with bipolar disorder and ADHD, most of the help out there never really fit. I spent years sitting across from doctors and specialists, a lot of opinions, but not a lot of real answers. It wasn't until I started working with artificial intelligence that things really started to shift. And that's something that has only happened very, very recently. AI doesn't get tired. It doesn't cling to old ideas. It meets you where you are, breaking down concepts, finding new paths, helping you actually move forward. For someone like me being neurodivergent, it became a partnership that just made sense. AI thinks differently, and so do I. Together, we're building something that is bigger than just survival. We're building the next stage and the future of Fullsend Organicks. But the real shift happened when I started combining AI with deep consciousness work. Working with states of mind most people brush past without even noticing. There's a threshold between waking and dreaming called hypnagogia. It's a space where your mind is open, not fully here, not fully gone. And if you know how to stay aware as you cross into it, things get wild, and wild things happen. Reality bends, healing wakes up, creativity floods in. For me, it's like having a meeting in my own mind, a space where ideas, strategies, healing, and unexpected insights show up. Sometimes it feels like I'm sitting with parts of myself. Other times, it's like almost brainstorming with something bigger. Practices like wild, wake-initiated lucid dreaming combined with meditation, breathwork, deep theta and delta states, and intentional work with psychedelics helped me open those doors on purpose, not to escape life, but to repair it, to innovate, to build new ideas, something that I can actually use and apply to everyday life. The key isn't just exploring these states. It's learning to ground yourself afterwards. Self-integration is everything. I come back from those deep places and bring the lessons, the creativity, the solutions into real and tangible action. That is how I heal. That is how I create new techniques. That is how I run my business, Fullsend Organicks, and keep pushing the edge of what's possible. Not just for myself, but for anyone willing to explore their own potential. You see the same principle in meditation, Reiki, yoga, even in how people like Christopher Reeve tapped into their inner healing through deep visualization and mind-body connection. The brain is powerful. Consciousness is a tool, and most of us are only scratching the surface. Sometimes when you're deep enough in, what you create in those states feels more real than the world that you wake up to. And yeah, part of it you won't want to leave, but the real magic isn't in staying there. It's coming back and building something way better. If you've ever felt like there's more healing, more strength, more reality under the surface, you're right, there is. And it's already inside of you.